Houston.
John Wall!
I was wrong. The Jazz did not trade for either Russell Westbrook or John Wall because they were traded for each other. The Jazz were not involved as of yet. The Houston Rockets and Washington Wizards have agreed to trade their disgruntled point guards in a blockbuster deal that sends Russell Westbrook to the Wizards for John Wall and a 2023 protected first-round draft pick, with the protection steadily reducing until the pick would transition into 2 second-rounders if it isn't used by 2026. Westbrook and Wall were both unhappy and reportedly requested to be traded. Reports of Houston and Washington discussing this deal started circling around 2 weeks ago. John Wall will now reunite with his college teammate and Eskimo brother, DeMarcus Cousins.
Well, guys, for the first time in history, 2 teammates who are freshmen get first-team All-American honors.
It was a dream come true. You know, we knew each other. We met each other at the age of 14, and DeMarcus was one of the talented guys, you know, best player I've seen at the age, and he was skinny, but he was like 6'8", and everybody else was little, so ever since then, we've been kicking it since LeBron camp, and we just said we wanted to play with each other, so I knew coming in he was a talented player, and I was, so for both of us to do what we did in 1 year, you said as a freshman, means a whole lot, and it's a dream come true. We thank God for having the opportunity to be first-team All-American.
And Westbrook will get the opportunity to be the primary ball handler for the Wizards.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
How does this trade look for both teams? Welcome to Opochly. Today, let's take a minute to analyze the deal and see which team came out on top. Please remember to hit the like and subscribe button if you want, as it helps the channel grow. The Wizards and Rockets hope that this trade exchange will help convince their respective shooting guards to stay long-term with each team.
I got fat boy in the back, watch your head. Yo!
Harden privately asked for a trade and Beal would become a free agent in 2021. Reportedly, Harden does not want to play for a racist owner because the owner reportedly likes Donald Trump, which therefore makes him a racist. Westbrook ended his season on a sour note, missing the first 4 games of the first round against his former team, the Thunder from OKC.
God's got me here, so I pray every night before I go to bed and pray that good things happen for me and my family and my teammates and my coaches, and pray that everything go good and pray everybody stay safe.
Russell is preparing to walk into the next phase of his career.
John Wall, the #1 overall pick in the 2010 NBA draft, hasn't played since December 26, 2018, missing 2 seasons with injuries. Wall and Beal used to be considered the best young backcourt until injuries to Wall turned that reputation into nothing more than a pipe dream.
Yeah, we out here. Puerto Rico. Whip it and go kart tough.
Both Westbrook, who's 32, and Wall, who's 30, have 3 years remaining on their contracts worth slightly more than $130 million.
This one's over, baby. Put it in the refrigerator.
Cousins will put an exclamation mark with a pass to Wall.
The trade will give both Wall and Beastbrook the opportunity to start over. Westbrook not only gets to rekindle his father-son relationship with Brooks.
We worked well together. I'm very excited to have Russell as my great kid. We're excited to have him. He does a great job of just working every day.
But also form another all-star backcourt tandem alongside Bradley Beal, who averaged 30.5 points per game last season.
Mary had a little lamb, his face was white as snow. And everywhere that Mary went, Mary went, Mary went.
And Wall will now attempt his comeback from what is widely regarded as the sport's most dreaded injury, alongside stepdaddy Harden.
Stepdaddy!
I ain't your dad, little nigga. You ugly as fuck. You better get your real daddy. ugly ass little dude.
The Wizards have managed to postpone rebuilding for a while longer by adding Westbrook. This might be a situation where both franchises win. Harden's trade request was based on his desire to join former teammate Kevin Durant with the Brooklyn Nets, whereas Westbrook wanted a chance to be a true floor general and primary handler of balls again. In Washington, he should get that opportunity.
The ants go marching 3 by 3, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching 3 by 3, hurrah, hurrah.
While he will be playing alongside another shooting guard star in Bradley Beal. Beal's excellent shooting and off-the-ball movement should make the two one of the NBA's better offensive backcourts and help propel the Wizards back into contention for an Eastern Conference playoff spot. Westbrook and Scotty Brooks have a long history together, spending 7 years together in OKC, where Scotty looked after him as if Westbrook was his own child.
I had the luxury of watching him develop.
Like the summer, like during the whole summer, I just kept growing and growing and growing. And then just stopped. And I still grow a little bit every now and then.
For the first 7 years of his career, and what he is doing now is not through luck.
Westbrook, meanwhile, only lasted one season with stepdaddy Harden after being traded for arch nemesis Chris CP3 Paul.
Is this your baby? Is this your baby? Oh my gosh, look at him smile.
The Rockets are taking an enormous risk with Wall. He and Westbrook have identical supermax contracts, 3 years and around $132 million remaining.
If Wall had challenged the NBA draft rule, he might have been drafted behind Blake Griffin at number 2 in this draft. He's that much of a game changer.
John Wall is a 5-time All-Star who spent his entire 10-season career with the Wizards and is finally getting the opportunity to reunite with DeMarcus Cousins.
The skill level that DeMarcus has is incredible.
Who is his former college teammate at Kentucky, Eskimo brother, and his best friend forever.
Well, DeMarcus, he gonna get out the rebound. He going coast to coast like we used to do in practice before Coach Cal could come in there and watch us. So that's gonna be the funny part. But it's just great, Ever since we've seen each other, since we got here, we've always been around each other. Our families get along. Our three mothers are hanging out, and us three are together. So all you're gonna see is us laughing around the whole time. You're not gonna see too much seriousness unless we're playing. Other than that, we're just gonna have around and just have fun.
Both players have said that they would like to play with each other like they did back in the day as schoolmates.
It's always fun playing with John. We got a connection that I probably will never get rid of. So it's always fun. I know what he likes to do, and he knows what I like to do. So it's always fun playing with him.
What are we having right here? What type of NBA player is he? Does he have the work ethic? Does he have the commitment?
I feel like he does.
He says you're a man of a voice when you're 14. What was he like at 14?
John was a skinny little lanky kid. He had braids, like a little female. Like you said, we've been knowing each other since we were 14, and we've been friends ever since.
I know your mother has been bothered throughout the years about this. She's finally over it, but John, what's he like?
What?
The Rockets signed Cousins this week to a 1-year, non-guaranteed contract in hopes that Mr. Cousins, who is a 4-time All-Star, can recover from the Achilles tendon and knee injuries that have plagued him over the past 2 years. Kevin Durant is also trying to bounce back from an Achilles tendon injury like John Wall, and said this week he looked amazing to me after working out with Wall in Los Angeles.
Oh yeah, I like him. I say when he's healthy, he's playing the right way. He's not getting in technique, he's getting in trouble. Yeah, he's the most skilled big man. He can do whatever he wants. He can pass, he can score in the post, he rebounds.
Have you seen the John Wall news?
Yeah, I talked to him this morning. It sucks. It's unfortunate, but me knowing John, as well as I do, I know he'll overcome this. There's no doubt in my mind about that. He's overcome a lot of hard obstacles in his life.
No, I think he understands. He knows what it takes. He knows what it is. He's been winning most of his whole life like I have. It's frustrating when you're not winning. Luckily, I had the opportunity to be in the playoffs twice. He hasn't felt that yet, but they was on the right path early on in the season. They dealt with a little bit of injuries and things like that, and then the coaches changed and stuff. So, but other than that, they got a great core of guys. Just if they all want to mesh together and play the right way for a whole 82 games, then they give themselves a shot.
Houston hopes to stay competitive with James Harden on on their roster and does not plan on trading him before the season opener. The Rockets will require a return package which includes a young franchise cornerstone and a massive draft package in any potential deal for Harden. The Rockets have done well to reload with younger assets this offseason and did well in finding another first-round draft pick. They also picked up 2 first-round draft picks for Robert Covington and a potential all-star free agent signing with Christian Wood, who is on a decent contract. Let's take a look at both teams.
Before the game, Russell, he did something he usually doesn't do. Usually he sprints out to the goal, but he took a moment to go over to you and talk to you. What did he say to you, and then what did you say to him?
I told him my daughter still loves you, and Lexi had a crush on him, and disappointed that he married Nina, but you know, we're happy for him. Mr.
Russell Westbrook is gonna be taking up a third of the cap percentage. I'm guessing that's Bradley Beal. So the Wizards are still good with this backcourt, as you can see, and they recently re-signed, Davis Bertans. See Thomas Bryant, Robin Lopez, Ishmael Smith, Hachimura, Jeremy Robinson, Troy Brown Jr., Moritz Wagner, Isaac Bonga, Raul Neto, Anjek Panjetniks, Anthony Gill, Garrison Matthews, Cassius Winston on 2-way contracts. So wow, still a lot of potential from this roster. I can't wait to see the hard picks Robin Lopez will set for Russell Westbrook, and the pick and pops we will see with Bradley Beal, Russell Westbrook, and Davis Bertans. It's gonna definitely be a team to watch out for in the East for sure. No doubt about that.
He was touted as the savior, a 6'4" do-it-all point guard who would resurrect Kentucky basketball.
John Wall!
That 4-second dance is now known as the John Wall dance.
So they have James Harden, they'll have him until he's 33. Now they have John Wall, who they will have until he's 32. And, these guys are going to take up 60% of your salary. So you have to build 40% of your salary around these players.
Even Wall's teammates have gotten into the act.
And you still have Eric Gordon, right? So Eric Gordon, he's definitely going to make a huge difference for you if he can stay healthy. I don't know what they're, planning on doing, but they still definitely have a good team. They did sign Christian Wood. The cap is going to be expanding in a couple years, so this contract is really not that big when you take into consideration that the cap's going to be expanding. PJ Tucker, maybe he's going to be moved, maybe he won't be. They have him for 4 years.
I need to know how to do the John Wall dance. Can you teach me?
Just stick your chest out.
Alright, did I do it?
Pretty decent contract, but he's starting to age. And when you start to age, you start to deteriorate. PJ Tucker might need to start being an old man in the shade. And, I don't know how many years he has left in the NBA. So it might be best that you trade him off now. Daniel House, he's going to hit some threes for you, space the floor. Ben McLemore, Bruno Caboclo, David Naba, Sterling Brown, Gerald Green, Jarian Grant, Josh Sean Tate, Kenyon Martin Jr. They got Kenyon Martin Jr.? Are you kidding me? I didn't even know Kevin Martin's son was in the NBA. They have Kenny Wooden and Mason Jones on 2-way contracts. And yeah, so there you see it. There you have it. What other moves do you think these teams will make before training camp begins? Are the Jazz still the best team in the West? Make sure to let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for future videos. Any likes help me and YouTube know that you like the content. I appreciate your time in watching the video. Thank you.
The ants go marching 3 by 3. The little one stops to climb a tree, and they all go marching down.
He's one of the hardest.
They stepped up like this cat. Playing like John. I'm like, yeah, no, I gotta be the hero.
It's like I feel in the rim now.
Snoop Dogg over there was making shots for us.
I'm out, man. Y'all niggas tripping.